I'm Maddie, and I'm here to tell you about the pros and cons about GMOs. The GMOs came in about the mid 1990s. They're made from, they take genes from one species. They take the DNA of one species, and they're artificially inserted into the genes of another animal or plant. 93% of soybeans on the market are GMOs. 90% of the corn on the market are also GMOs. 82% of the cotton is also GMO. A study from Pennsylvania State University and University Park predicts that GMO crops will use more pesticide tolerance in the years, because in 2013 they used about 1.5 kilograms of for pesticides, and they're estimating that in 2005 they'll put on 3.5 kilograms. But also they're going to do it with more, like nowadays they're going to do it with more pesticide tolerance. So now they decreased it by 6% because they just decided to use less. Herbicide resistant develops no matter what. Weeds are resistant to herbicide resistant develops no matter what. Weeds are resistant to azarine, a herbicide that has been used in GMO genetically modified crops, meaning that it kills weeds and it works. But case studies that in the southern U.S. that in 2011 it was proved that some farmers lose half of their fields to weeds. Over 20 years, there have been it hasn't been increased in 20 years. The amount of genetically modified. Scientists reviewed 12 academic studies to find out that 20 years found no increased yields among GMO crops except with corn. But the International Service for Acquisition of Argai Biotech Applications claims that biotech crops increase production more than $98 billion. Animal testing has found evidence of the following possible health effects of GMO foods, according to the American Academy of Environmental Medicine. Immune problems, liver dysfunction, and kidneys and spleen problems. So those are just some things that can happen from GMOs. I'm not saying if you eat one GMO food you're gonna get back like spleen problems and kidney problems and all that. It's just those are possible. But the FDA says GMO plants must meet the same requirements as all other foods. So the World Health Organization has checked off on the safety of GMO food, including World Health Organization, U.S. National Academy of Sciences, and American Medical Association. Large GMO companies can sue farmers for growing their seeds without paying. Because their seeds spread naturally, they're growing in other farmers' fields, making these farmers susceptible to lawsuits. So when the seeds spread naturally, like by wind or by animal, they're going into other farmers' lands, and large GMO companies are suing them because they're using their own seeds. And it's poor farmers in developing countries may not be able to afford new seeds every year. As of 2012, this one company hasn't sued any farmers for trace of GMO crops likely to spread through cross-pollination. American farmers were buying seeds every year rather than saving them before GMO crops came along. And I got this information from carrington.edu. It's called The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, GMO Pros and Cons. So, if you want my take on it, I'm completely against GMOs, but I love learning about them. So I dare you to come up with your own opinion.